Well, I have the prop pistol used by the villain in the 1995 James Bond movie, GoldenEye.
Very cool.
We got a 1936 Olympic pin from Berlin, Germany.
Where in the world did you find this?
Well, 2 or 3 years ago, I was playing poker with this old German man. We called him Goose. I beat him out of a couple $100, and he only had 100. He drank so much that night, he wanted to give me that for the other 100, so I took it.
A guy casually walks into the shop carrying what's basically a cheat code from the Civil War, a Winchester 1860 Henry rifle. Rick instantly hypes it as the gun you could load once and keep firing all week. The seller doesn't hesitate either. He drops a $40,000 ask like it's totally normal. Rick respects the innovation for its time, but once he checks the bore, the truth shows up fast. This rifle wasn't babied. It's been through it.
What do you have today?
It is a Winchester model 1860 Henry rifle.
This one is what the South called that damn Yankee gun that you load on Sunday and shoot till Thursday.
Is that a cheap price? No. But is that a fair price? Yes.
When it's time to talk money, the seller stands firm at 40 grand. Rick responds by slicing that number straight in half with a $20,000 offer. The seller looks stunned, like Rick just insulted his family. There's no middle ground, no softening the blow. Rick calmly tells him to try his luck elsewhere, delivering the most polite shutdown imaginable. The seller leaves frustrated, and that historic rifle marches right back out the door.
How much do you want for it?
$40,000.
I just think your price is really steep.
Now, I probably got a little bit of room in that, but I don't have an enormous amount of room.
I would offer you like 20 grand for it.
Yeah, no, that's not at all.
I mean, if you think you can get 40 for it, shop around. If not, come back and see me.
All right.
Next customer shows up claiming he's holding prehistoric gold. Dinosaur eggs priced at $20,000. Corey checks them out and admits they could be eggs, but they could also just be rocks with confidence. Not wanting to guess, he calls in paleontologist Tom. The seller is clearly expecting museum-level validation, but Corey's expression already says this isn't ending well. This is where dreams start cracking.
What do we have here?
I've been told these are a couple dinosaur eggs.
All right, so how do we know they're dinosaur eggs?
That I don't know. I didn't live back then.
You know, normally I would think you were crazy and just brought me in a giant rock, but mind if I take a look at it?
Sure.
Tom arrives and confirms the shells are real and insanely old, tens of millions of years. But then he drops the catch. One egg was added later to make it look like a matching set. That alone hurts the value. Then comes the final blow. They're from a duck-billed dinosaur. Corey laughs immediately, roasting the reveal. Tom tries to defend them by saying predators love them, but let's be honest, nobody flexes duck-billed dinosaurs.
So I called up my buddy Tom to help me sort it out. So it's either a giant rock or it's dinosaur eggs.
Oh boy.
I'm just hoping it's real. That would be cool.
In the early 1990s, thousands of these eggs came into this country and appeared in many of the markets. And at that time, there was a real excitement about dinosaur eggs. But let's determine that they're real.
Okay.
Reality hits hard when Tom gives the value, a few $100 per egg. That $20,000 fantasy gets obliterated on the spot. The seller looks defeated, but Corey still tosses out an offer at $400. After some reluctant negotiating, they land at $500. Corey walks away clearly entertained, already planning to mess with Chum by pretending they're about to hatch. Emotional damage complete.
The value of these eggs is nowhere near what they were in the early years, because there are actually tens of thousands of these eggs on the international market today. I see these made available anywhere from maybe $300 to $600 an egg in this condition.
Back at the shop, Rick proudly unveils his garage sale idea, complete with flyers reading, "Silver and Gold Garage Sale." Corey instantly clowns him for ripping off the shop's actual name. It gets even better when Rick admits he burned through the printer ink making them. The old man gives him a reluctant nod for effort, which is about as close to praise as Rick's getting for this mess.
Hey guys, flyers are made. Come to the world famous Silver and Gold Garage Sale.
The Silver and Gold Garage Sale.
Pretty good, huh? You got anything you want to get rid of? If you want to sell some stuff at my garage sale.
Chumley sets up his own garage sale table loaded with vintage wrestling toys from the 80s. Rick spots them and immediately tries to negotiate, out of pure habit. Chum shuts it down fast and demands $50. Rick looks offended and starts explaining wrestling lore, but Chum doesn't care. Rick pays full price, grumbling that he would have gone higher if Chum wasn't being difficult. Rick getting hustled by Chum? Absolute gold.
Rick, what are you doing here?
Figured I'd stop by and look at your yard sale.
Well, I hope you're here to buy something, because I don't really have a lot of time to be talking to someone who's not a customer.
Okay. Hey, these are cool.
Yeah, wrestling, 1980s.
A barber rolls in next with a massive antique Coke and barber chair from the 1800s, asking $5,000. Rick is instantly interested. This thing has presence. He calls in restoration expert Bob, who estimates $2,500 to fully restore it. Once finished, it could sell for up to $6,000. Rick immediately switches into calculator mode, figuring out how little he can offer without laughing.
This is old.
From the 1800s. It's old wooden Coke and barber chair.
So you cut hair?
Yes, I'm a barber. I got my tools in the car. I can give you a little trim right now if you want.
What, this?
I'll hook you up. I'll make you look good. The least I'd take is probably like $3,500.
I imagine this was put in storage a long, long time ago.
Rick starts at $1,500. The seller fires back hard with $4,000. Rick bumps up to $2,000 and explains the profit just isn't there. The seller won't go below $3,500 and decides to walk, saying he'll fix it himself. Rick plays it cool, but missing out on a deal like that clearly stings. You can tell he wanted that chair bad.
Let me give you $1,500 for it.
What about $4,000?
There's no money in it at $4,000, dude. I mean, I'll tell you what, I'll give you $2,000 for it, and that's more than it's worth. I mean, it's the oldest barber chair I've ever had, and it would be something really cool in the shop.
$3,800?
The garage sale finale hits when Rick realizes Chum jacked the wrestling toys up to $500. Rick tries to pull rank, listing facts about the 1985 ring set, but Chum isn't budging. Rick admits he would have paid more earlier if Chum hadn't annoyed him. Translation, Rick got outplayed, again, by Chum, on his own turf. That's gotta hurt.
Roddy Piper.
That's right.
You got him for sale, huh? For how much?
$500.
What?
What?
You gave me $50 for him.
Well, I was going to pay you more money, and I was going to explain to you why they were worth more money, but you did not want to learn anything.
By the end of the episode, Rick's garage sale experiment looks like a disaster reel. The rifle walked, the barber chair walked, Corey snagged dinosaur eggs cheap, and Chum completely hustled him. Toss in family roasting him over wasted printer ink, and it's chaos from start to finish. If there's one takeaway here, it's this: Rick should never run a garage sale again.
This company right here came out with this wrestling ring right here in 1985. Okay? And they sort of had a hook with it, okay? I think it came with 1 or 2 wrestlers, but the whole thing is you wanted to collect all the wrestlers to go with your ring, okay?
Yeah.
Which...
A guy walks in like he's holding the keys to history itself, claiming he's got a handwritten letter straight from Napoleon Bonaparte. He's aiming high, saying it's a $10,000 treasure snagged online from a trusted source. Rick's ears perk up because, yeah, Napoleon is a massive deal. But the moment Corey starts poking holes in the story, that confidence starts leaking fast. This is about to get messy.
This is a letter signed by Napoleon himself.
That's really cool. Where'd you get this?
Online. I've been told by my wife that I had a bit of a Napoleon complex.
I can see that.
I think for a piece of history like this, it's a great price.
Corey wastes no time cutting through the fantasy and throws out $1,500. The seller looks personally offended. He fires back with $5,000 like that number alone will make it true. Corey, already injured and visibly cranky, refuses to play along. After a tense back and forth, they land at $2,000. Corey thinks he just won big. Meanwhile, Danger is quietly loading.
Well, you know I'm gonna say like 10 grand.
10 grand's just way too much. You're gonna have to come down quite a bit, man. I'm thinking more along the lines of 1,500.
Ooh, that sounds low. That sounds really low.
Remember, this guy was the emperor of pretty much Europe, which would mean he probably signed a lot of stuff in his life.
Back at the shop, Corey proudly reveals the letter to Rick, the old man, and Chumley, and the room instantly fills with doubt. Nobody's impressed. Rick makes it clear, when you're talking Napoleon money, guesses don't cut it. Corey's grin fades fast. He's still hobbling physically, and now his judgment is under fire too.
Certificate of authenticity.
The Napoleon?
Yep.
That's freaking sweet.
And his seal. I mean, you just don't see that. You just bought it?
Yeah.
What'd you pay for it, Corey?
$2 grand. Me winning that money today really is starting to work out for me.
Hey man, it's your lucky day.
Determined to prove everyone wrong, Corey hauls himself to UNLV for an expert opinion. Greg barely needs time before delivering the bad news. It's not an original document, it's a reproduction. You can literally watch Corey's stomach drop. The ink isn't right, the story doesn't line up, and that $2,000 gone. Absolute nightmare fuel.
I'm a professor of history at University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and I specialize in the European Enlightenment and the French Revolution. It's dated 12th of Frimaire, the year 14, and that's a very important date in the history of Napoleon.
When Corey returns, the mood is brutal. He jokes about flipping it for $20 just to cope, but Rick is furious. The old man goes straight for the throat, telling Corey to keep it as a permanent reminder of how bad decisions are made. That lecture hurts more than the appraisal ever could.
I just found out a Napoleon letter I bought for $2,000 is completely fake.
This is not one of those original manuscript copies.
On top of that, I hurt my foot. Needless to say, this is becoming a very lousy day.
Why are you trying to sell it for 20 bucks?
Because it's about all it's worth.
Next customer changes the vibe, bringing in a stack of old Nevada police badges. These aren't tourist souvenirs. They're from mid-century law enforcement. Rick's intrigued but cautious, knowing how often fake badges circulate. This could either be legit history or another disaster waiting to happen.
I can't say exactly. It could run anywhere from the 1940s all the way up through the 60s.
The neat thing is you have one from the police department and one from the sheriff's department. Most people don't realize that, like, the strip is not technically in Las Vegas.
Expert Mark steps in and confirms they're authentic juice badges, not real police issue, but handed out to casino security and political insiders back in the day. Basically, symbolic authority with just enough power to cause chaos. The history alone makes these things fascinating and dangerous in the wrong hands.
What do we got today?
Las Vegas Police and Clark County Sheriff's Department.
Oh, very nice.
So is that the kind that security guards at the casinos got?
Well, in this case, no, I think this was more advertising.
Money talk starts with the seller asking $850. Rick counters low, and they spar over numbers like seasoned gamblers. After plenty of resistance, they meet in the middle at $650. It's not a jackpot, but Rick locks in a solid piece of Vegas history.
I have to resell this. I have to make a little money. 500 is a better price.
I'm sure that would be better, but it's not better for me. Tell you what, if you make it $700, I'll let you have it.
Special deputy, really cool, but a lot of them were produced. Let me get them for $650.
Then the episode takes a left turn. A woman walks in holding a pogo stick and claims it's modeled after the original 1918 version, a pogo stick, in this shop. Corey looks confused, amused, and mildly concerned all at once. Compared to Napoleon's letter, this feels like a fever dream.
What do we got here?
I have a pogo stick. Apparently, it's a replica of the original. I got it at a cute little old lady's garage sale.
Is she having a garage sale to pay for a broken hip or something?
Jumping on pogo stick, they're definitely a different breed.
She says she paid $5 and wants $50. Corey doesn't sugarcoat it, calling a replica exactly what it is, fake with better branding. The negotiation lasts seconds. He offers $20, she takes it, and history's most underwhelming deal is complete.
An original pogo stick would be much more valuable than a replica, but I should be able to sell this with no problem. You know what replica means, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's definitely not the original.
It's a fancy word for fake.
Understandable, but I mean, I still think it's, it's in really good condition, like you said.
The old man finds out and absolutely explodes. No hesitation, no mercy, Corey is forced to reimburse the store. "We don't buy pogo sticks" echoes like a commandment. Corey now owns a useless toy and a fresh dose of humiliation. Lesson painfully learned.
Don't tell me you bought the damn thing.
I paid her 20 bucks for it. Does it really matter?
Yep, we don't buy friggin' pogo sticks. You're gonna buy a pogo stick, son. You're gonna pay the store back 20 bucks. Get over it, son.
A seller casually drops a working 1860s elevator model on the counter, and Rick's interest jumps about 10 floors instantly. Chumley's already daydreaming about being an official elevator operator, like that's a real career path, while the seller confidently asks $4,000. Rick barely reacts to the number. He's too busy studying the gears and imagining who'd actually buy this thing. Architects, collectors, museums, the wheels are turning fast.
I have an elevator model from the 1860s.
All right. What do we got here? You need an elevator for your house? Check this thing out.
Cool. This probably was 1860s, early 1870s. an elevator operator was a profession.
You're telling me someone got paid to stand in the elevator all day and push buttons?
Rick switches into history professor mode, breaking down Otis's legendary brake demo, the one where they cut the cable and everyone gasps before it safely stops. This model nails that exact function, and yeah, it still works. Chumley jokes nonstop, but Rick stays locked in. He knows this is cool, niche, and slow to sell. The intensity over something this tiny is wild, and Rick's clearly lining up his first strike.
It's an architectural model from the mid-1800s, which makes it really cool. Elevators back then just sucked. They were usually used in dockyards and building things like that. And the problem was people on a regular basis saw cables snap and people would not get in them because they...
The negotiation drops like a bad elevator. Seller sticks to $4,000. Rick fires back with $2,000 without blinking. Numbers bounce everywhere. $3,500, $2,500, $2,100. While Rick calmly explains shipping nightmares, auction fees, and months of waiting. Eventually, the seller caves at $2,100. Relief all around. Rick's pleased, the seller's satisfied, and Chumley somehow survived without being kicked out for puns.
It's their sales model. I mean, it's in pretty amazing shape, and it works.
It does. You can actually drop it.
Can I drop it? I don't want to mess it up. Okay, so imagine you're in there and the cable breaks. It still works. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
I'm elevated.
There's a lot of people who collect stuff like this. Everyone in the construction trade.
Then things take a hard left into horror movie territory. A seller unveils a full vampire defense kit, matched pistols, silver bullets, wooden stakes, crucifix, everything. Chumley instantly crowns himself Vampire Hunter of the Year. Rick looks uneasy but intrigued. The craftsmanship doesn't scream prop. It screams old. The seller claims it's been in the family since the 60s. Either this is history or someone was very prepared.
Not much. How you doing?
Doing good. Got something pretty old here.
Let's take a look.
Got a vampire defense kit.
Wow. Hey, Rick.
What?
Check this out.
What do we got here?
Rick inspects the details and confirms the vibe. Mid-1800s pistols, period silver, unsettling religious pieces. The whole thing feels straight out of Victorian paranoia. Seller asks $6,000 and Rick doesn't laugh it off, which says everything. Instead, he calls in an expert. No way he's risking cash on folklore alone. His face says it all. Fascinated, nervous, and very curious.
It's way well too made. They would never spend this kind of money making this for a movie. It is period from the middle of the 1800s. God, the guns look like 1840s, 1850s.
So it's definitely over 100 years old.
Expert Alex arrives and starts stacking receipts. Matched pistols from the 1840s to 1850s, legit materials, a period letter, and even a Whitby postcard. The same place tied to Bram Stoker's Dracula. Auction comps land north of $25,000. Alex calls it an incredible set. Rick grinds the price down and locks it in at $16,000. Chumley looks like they just defeated the undead.
So Alex is in the shop and he's going to shed some light on this thing and hopefully get me a little less freaked out.
Bet you never seen one of these.
What? It's a box.
All I can say is welcome to Creepy Town.
Oh.
I've never seen anything like this in my life.
This thing is fantastic.
Rick digs deeper into the story, reviewing Bram Stoker's original notes, connecting folklore, location, and era. The narrative alone boosts the value. Then they hit the range. Shockingly, the antique pistols fire clean. Alex estimates mid-$20,000 to $30,000 plus because collectors buy stories, and this one's loaded. Chum declares the zombie target eliminated. Rick responds the only way possible. He's weird.
If vampires aren't real, despite what Chum thinks, how could there be such things as vampire defense kits? Vampire-like creatures have been feeding on people's imaginations for millennia. But the idea of the vampire we know today started in early 19th century fiction.
At the range finale, the myth meets reality. The guns work, the silver bullets shine, and the provenance feels dangerously convincing. Chumley celebrates like the world's been saved. Rick just smiles. The smile of a man who turned superstition into serious money. That's not luck, that's strategy.
These have a little power to them.
Yeah, they do have a little bit of a kick, don't they?
It's awesome. The thing is boozing. With the quality of the stuff, the pistols work, and the story that we're unraveling, I think a minimum of 25,000, maybe even over 30.
This thing is just so amazing. The pistols work, and there's an old saying in my business.
Outside, Chumley discovers his next bad idea on wheels, a trackless mall train. He hops in immediately, ringing the bell, blasting the speakers, living his best life. The seller wants $9,500, and Chum's already picturing profit and attention. Storage, logistics, future consequences, none of those exist right now.
This is a trackless mall train.
You know what? I see these things all the time at my local mall. Either a mom will be sitting in there with her kids or the kid will be sitting in there causing trouble without her mom.
Absolutely. 2012, I'm the original owner of it.
Chum throws out $4,500 and the seller instantly accepts. Deal done. Chum celebrates like he bought a supercar instead of a children's train. Somewhere in the distance, responsibility is screaming, but the bell drowns it out. This is going to end badly.
It's really pretty cool. Trackless trains have been around for a while. It's got the 4 little cars on it. It actually models after the 440 from the first trains that they started making. So it just looks like an old classic steam engine. It's got the mock wheels on the front to make it look like it's really going. It looks like it has lights, stereo.
And then it does. The parking lot turns into a carnival. Paid rides, blocked cars, confused customers. Rick storms outside and absolutely detonates. Corey doesn't know whether to laugh or hide. Rick shuts it down immediately. Refunds now. Chum tries pitching it as marketing, but Rick's having none of it. Pure chaos.
What is going on here? Why is my parking lot closed down?
See if you can get a few more kids in line.
We're charging kids for rides while their parents shop in the plaza.
Where did this train come from? Oh, Chum bought it. This is craziness, okay? No one can come here because there's no parking.
Oh, you want a balloon?
Chum, stop right now. Stop.
Back inside, a GoldenEye 1995 Bond pistol hits the counter with a certificate of authenticity. Rick loves Bond, but he loves proof more. He brings in a movie prop expert to verify screen use. The vibe shifts instantly, because if this isn't the exact gun, it's just an expensive memory.
I have the prop pistol used by the villain in the 1995 James Bond movie, GoldenEye.
Very cool. There's no such thing as a bad James Bond movie, just some are better than others.
The expert spots problems fast. Trigger behavior, sight differences, scene mismatches. Verdict? Possibly from production, but not the gun. Rick shuts it down immediately. No proof, no payday. The seller leaves disappointed, and Rick keeps his money exactly where it belongs. That hesitation just saved him big time.
We have a gun prop from GoldenEye, James Bond.
Excellent. Fantastic movies. Props have set record prices from those films. Very early films are the more desirable props, like Dr. No, which I think was the first film, From Russia with Love,